are you today?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a privilege as a writer to be able to interview you. And I'm going to find out lots more information that I've been wanting to know. All right, so let's get started. What are the three things you always look for in a horse?
I think their attitude, their will to sort of win, balance, and I like a careful horse that enables me to ride fast. So, overall good attitude is important for
me. Yeah, I agree. And careful.
Yes.
And fast. And scopy. It's like one of yours.
Yeah, that hit 3 answers. So.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what's your favorite LGCT show?
My favorite has to be Madrid. It's a real old school grass show, fantastic crowd, and always look forward to this show.
Very good. I agree. All right, which rider style do you admire the most?
I think it has to be Marcus Enning. You probably heard that before.
I heard that, yeah.
But growing up and still now, he makes everything look so effortless, but he's doing everything, and he has I have a lot of admiration for that.
Yeah, I think everybody does. Okay, if you could choose to be any rider, past or present, for a season of the tour, who would you be and why would you choose that person?
So, interestingly enough, it probably would be you with Ito back in the day.
Wow.
You know, I was younger when the global tour started up, and I had a pretty slow start on the tour. I was able to get to some competitions, but was relatively unsuccessful every time I managed to get into the show. And that was probably the time when you won seasons back to back, and that was my dream, my goal to win a championship or win a season, and you were doing that at that point.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. That's definitely made my day. Yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you very much for that. All right, any superstitions and specific habits or routines before a big class?
I don't really believe in those things. I like to have a similar routine with my warm-up, or I like to have the same people around me that give me confidence, but on the whole, I don't have any superstitions. Yeah,
I'm the same. I think you can make yourself crazy with that, but I think consistency is important, and to keep yourself.
Yeah, and consistency and sort of staying calm, and I think we make our own luck.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, if you could compete with any horse, past or present, which one would it be?
That would have to be E.T.
E.T., yeah.
Yeah, I think it was an incredible horse. I remember him when I was younger, watching on TV how quick and fast he was, and how much he could win on the first day and on the last day. And I think he was really, really incredible horse.
Yeah, and he jumped derbies and everything as well. He did everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up watching him, and I think, like you say, versatile and was a real winner, and I love that in the horse.
Yeah. Okay, if there was one round you could re-jump, which one would it be?
That would have to be Prague 2 years ago.
Oh, I thought you were going to say last year.
Yeah, I'm picking. I took the negative side of this, so both Prague on both sides. The one round that I'd love to relive again and again every week would be Prague last year, winning with the Explosion. But I looked more into, I would love to correct my round from the previous year of Explosion when I did a drive-by past the Longines wall there twice. He did not want to jump that wall, and I let my team down, and that was a very tough flight home, and it took me by surprise.
Well, I think you corrected it the year after that anyway, so...
We did a good job the year after, but that played on my mind for a long time.
I can see that. It definitely worked. Okay, what's the best moment in your sporting career other than Prague then last year?
It has to be London 2012, the Olympic Games. Always my dream to make an Olympic team and to be at a home Olympics and win a team gold medal. That's something that no one can take away from me, and something I don't ever think will happen again in my lifetime. At home.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, to have another Olympics in London is going to be difficult, so that might not happen. But I think everyone would probably say the same thing, and you never know. All right, when you finish your show jumping career, what do you think you would like to do?
I think I will go more into the training of younger riders, and I like developing younger horses, so maybe a little bit less riding myself. And I'm already started to do that with some students, Emily, but it's very difficult when I'm still trying to ride myself to give it the maximum time. So I definitely see myself still being in the sport just in a different manner. Yeah.
Well, you've still got a long career left ahead of you, so you don't have to think too much about it now. Okay, so what's the best piece of advice you ever received?
I think that has to be when I started riding for Jane Clark. George Morris was helping me, and I was quite nervous at the time. Had a bunch of new horses, and they were these sort of great horses. And he sat me down one day and he said, "Ben, the horses don't know how much they cost. You need to ride them all like they're the same. Stop riding them like they're China horses. You get on them and you ride them to clear the jumps, and don't treat anyone any different." And obviously you have to treat some horses slightly different. I don't have the same system for them all, but I think I've never forgot that. I don't put a horse on a pedestal. We have a good relationship with my horses, but at the end of the day, the riding and it's just the same, and the goals are the same.
Absolutely. And I mean, you have to date one of the most unbelievable horses ever in the world, which is, I've had amazing horses, and also, obviously Ito has been my best horse in my career. So it's something that you always have to keep in your mind, and for sure there's always the pressure there. But when you've got such a great connection with a horse, and you've got, had so many great results with it, and so focused, and all the experience that you've had, it's obviously much easier to stay level-headed with that. But I think it's a great piece of advice. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, what advice then, talking about advice, what advice would you give to a young rider?
I think that it's important to have dreams. I think dream big and don't let anybody take them away from you. If you work hard, I believe genuinely in anything in life, if you really want it bad enough and you work hard, that you can get there. You might have to take a longer road than some others, but I think work hard and dedication and focus is everything.
If you had not become a professional show jumper, what would you be doing today?
Dream job would be a Formula One driver. I love that. I don't get time to watch a lot of the sport, but I just think it would be a cool job.
Yeah.
Realistically, I like developing houses and I always watch building programs and things like that. So probably more realistically, I would have become I would hope, I don't think me necessarily actually putting the bricks on the house, but some form of develop. It'd probably fall down if I'm honest. But yeah, I like house developing, and that would probably be more realistic than a Formula One driver.
Well, you could do both. I mean,
anything. And you haven't seen me drive; it's pretty scary.
Well, a lot of top show jumpers drive pretty fast, so I'm sure you're a fast driver. Okay, if you could have 3 people around for dinner, past or present, who would they be?
I'm just going to keep it simple, fun, and I will go with Ellen DeGeneres, Kevin Hart, and James Corden.
Oh, interesting.
Just a real fun, happy dinner. We're always serious, always working hard. I'm going to leave politics and I'm going to leave the tricky people out and just keep it lighthearted.
Excellent. Okay. What's the one thing that people don't know about you?
I love chocolate.
Ah, God, Ben, I thought you were going to say something else. Okay, you love chocolate. Okay, I also love chocolate. So that's
Just keeping it simple. That's the truth. I don't go a day without having chocolate one way or another. It's
me too. What kind of chocolate do you like?
Galaxy.
Okay, I like M&Ms.
M&M's? That's a good choice.
Okay, describe yourself in 3 words.
Focused, ambitious, and hardworking.
I agree. Excellent. What's your morning routine?
Coffee, then ride. Straight out of bed. That's it. I have my coffee and get changed, and I start early. Here at the moment, without shows, we start on the first horse about 6:45. But typically, I like to get out in the morning. And I'm a morning rider. I don't hang around at home much in the mornings.
Yeah. And what about breakfast?
No breakfast, just coffee.
Just coffee?
Diet of an athlete.
All right, well, I can't go without breakfast and also coffee, but maybe I'll try that. No breakfast then. Okay. What are the top 3 things on your bucket list?
Traveling. Love to go to Australia. I've never been. Not because you're Australian, but that's one I'd love to go. I'd love to go on a safari.
Yeah.
Never had time to do that. Those are the only 2 things I could really think of. I'd love to say something fun like skydiving or whatever, but
Don't do it.
I was born with 2 feet for a reason, as to be honest.
Exactly.
But yeah, genuinely get to travel to some fun places that take time later on in life when we're not at horse shows.
Well, if you ever go to Australia, let me know and I'll give you some tips. Some Aussie language. Okay, what are the causes close to your heart?
Again, I think it's important for me. I'm traveling a lot, so my family and my team around me, that I try to do the best for them and give back what they do for me every day. But yeah, there's not too many other causes worldwide that I'm involved with currently.
Sure. Yeah. No, but it's always thinking of others and trying to put them first as well. Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
It's a tricky one. I always said I wasn't going to ride forever. So I don't know what that means right now, but I would say in 10 years, I probably still will be riding, but that will be the time when I probably start to slow up a little bit, not go as hard as I am now, and maybe have a little bit more time for other things and move into the next phase of my career, whether that's training or selling horses and
something.
Taking a slightly slower pace in life.
Yeah. Less traveling maybe, or more traveling to Australia.
Probably watch this back in 10 years and just laugh because I didn't stick to any of that.
Okay. Well, honestly, it's been a huge pleasure, not only just to interview you, but to hear all your nice comments about going to Australia, having ridden Ito, et cetera, so, and really interesting to hear everything else about you. And thank you so much for your time. All the best. And I look forward to seeing the next edition of this interview with Frederick.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, Edwina.
Take care.